The Witch's Curse, a tale of vengeance and justice. In 1700s England, King Aldric's tyrannical reign leads to the execution of two benevolent witches, Rowena and Elspeth, who curse him in their final moments, unleashing chaos and vengeance upon Blackthorn Palace, ultimately resulting in the king's horrific demise and the palace's haunting legacy. The Witch's Curse of Blackthorn Palace. In the early 1700s, King Aldric ruled England with an iron fist. His thirst for power was insatiable, and he sought to control not only men but also the forces of the supernatural. Rowena and Elspeth, two benevolent witches, were known across the land for their healing and protective magic. The king, however, demanded they use their powers for his nefarious schemes, destroying his enemies and amplifying his dominion. Refusing to tarnish their craft with such evil, the witches became targets of his wrath. Aldric declared them traitors and sentenced them to death by fire. On the day of their execution in Blackthorn Square, crowds gathered, both fearful and curious. As the flames rose around them, Rowena and Elspeth chanted a chilling curse: "By our sacrifice, we bind your blood to darkness. Your lineage will perish in agony, and your kingdom will crumble." Their final words echoed long after their ashes scattered. Shortly after the execution, Blackthorn Palace fell into a spiral of terror. The first to fall victim to the curse was Aldric's youngest son. One morning, the boy was found lifeless in the royal fountain, which inexplicably ran red with blood. Then came the disappearance of his daughter. Her cries echoed through the palace halls one evening, but she was never seen again. The queen was next, tormented nightly by visions of the witches in flames. She began clawing at her own skin to put out the fire, descending into madness. Servants and guards abandoned the palace as malevolent forces grew stronger. Objects moved on their own, whispers of unseen voices filled the halls, and shadowy figures with glowing eyes roamed at night. The king's bedchamber became a site of torment. Every mirror reflected visions of his own violent death, and flames licked the edges of his bed. He summoned magicians, priests, and sorcerers, offering untold riches to anyone who could break the curse. None succeeded. The witch's vengeance reached its peak during the king's final days. Blackthorn Palace was consumed by chaos, rooms collapsed, windows shattered, and an unnatural storm brewed above. On the anniversary of the witch's death, Aldric's body was discovered in Blackthorn Square, his face twisted in an expression of sheer terror. With Aldric's death, Blackthorn Palace was abandoned, left to crumble and rot. Villagers whispered that the spirits of Rowena and Elspeth still lingered, protecting the land from further tyranny. The cursed site became a warning: no power could overcome justice, and cruelty always reaped its price. For more haunting stories like this, remember to like, share, and follow our channel. Your support keeps these dark tales alive. Ghost Fire.